Hello, greetings to everyone that is listening to me. I'm here to share with you another important episode. But if you come across this video, like, share, and also follow for more health tips because a healthy life is a happy life. Good. Today I'm to share with you something about cholesterol. When we say cholesterol, what we simply mean is that a waxy substance or fat in the blood. Okay, but I'm here to clear the misconception and the myth people have towards cholesterol. Most people often misunderstood the word cholesterol. When they hear cholesterol, what they know is that it's a disease. But I'm here to let you know that cholesterol is not actually a disease, but why it can also be a health problem. Okay, so listen and listen attentively. But one thing, you know that your body, this cholesterol that I'm to discuss with you, actually will play three important role. Okay, play three important role. So that one should tell you that your body needs cholesterol to survive. Your body needs it to survive. Okay. So number one here, the three important role that cholesterol does in our body. Though it does so many things, but I'm to talk of three key factors here. Okay. Number one here, cholesterol actually help in production of some of the vital hormone in the body, especially testosterone in male and then estrogen in female. Two, point number two, it also help your liver to produce bile. And you know bile help in breaking down fat and absorption of some of the vitamin. Number three, cholesterol also help the body to synthesize vitamin D. And you know body produce vitamin D. Okay? And vitamin D is the only vitamin that your body synthesize. Though I've learned that vitamin K2 the body can produce it, but some other, the other vitamins you can only get it from animal source, food, and then vegetable. Okay, good. So this cholesterol that I'm here to discuss with you, uh, the organs in our body, the organs in our body are meant for good things. They are not there to harm us. And there's no way your organs will produce something in the body to cause damage or harm you. But it only happens when the abnormality setting, okay? But your organs in the body is there for defensive purpose. Every organs in the body is there for what? Defensive purpose. Okay, good. So let's delve into the issue well here. This cholesterol is the liver that produces this cholesterol that I'm to talk about, okay? And the cholesterol the liver produce, we actually have two types. We have HDL, which is high density lipoprotein, also known as good cholesterol. And we have LDL, which is low density lipoprotein, and is also known as bad cholesterol. Okay, good. So let me talk about this cholesterol. Let me delve into the issue. Let us look beyond conversation and take action here. Okay, listen carefully. Good. We human beings, some of the diet we actually eat, because we eat a lot of things these days without having knowledge about it or without even knowing what we're actually feeding the body. Okay, so sometimes because of our ignorance to some of the diet, we tend to be feeding our enemies instead of feeding the good people that are there to help us. So this good cholesterol that I'm talking about, if you are eating some of the diet that will rather support the bad one, then you are what? Starving the good cholesterol. So that's where the problem comes here. That's where the problem comes. So when people hear cholesterol, they only think that it's a disease. But this good cholesterol, HDL, that one is there to clear the bad cholesterol in your blood, HDL, which is also known as good cholesterol. So let me say, when you consume some of the diet that are rich in saturated fat, very saturated fat, because there are a lot of food or a lot of meat these days that are highly saturated. So assuming you are consuming those meat or food more than the necessary, okay, then you tend to be feeding the bad cholesterol. And when you are feeding the bad cholesterol, definitely you'll be serving the good one. And it's the good one that is also there to clear the bad one from the blood so that you can live a healthy life. So now that you are feeding the bad cholesterol, eating food that is highly saturated, then the good cholesterol will be starving. And when you are starving that one, definitely it will be getting weaker and weaker. Then how will they fight and clear the bad cholesterol from your blood so that you can live and live freely? Good. So that's where, as I said earlier, that's where the problem comes. So you can see you are learning something. Good. So let's look at some of the diet that one tend to eat more. You actually feed the bad cholesterol because it is bad because that one, when it gets seminal, when it keep on increasing, then it will lead to a lot of health problem like atherosclerosis, coronary artery disease, cardiovascular disease, and some other problem. Okay, good. So what are some of these diets that tend to feed the bad cholesterol, LDL, lower density lipoprotein? Okay, number one, the diet that support or that are highly saturated in fat, saturated fat. Number one here is pizza. When you take pizza, pizza is highly saturated. Those who like pizza to go and chill and all this. Though, listen one important thing here. Everything in a moderate form is not bad. If not, health education these days, a lot of people will tend to say that, oh, we are telling you not to eat anything again. But that's not it. Everything in a moderate form is not bad. Okay, so this pizza that I'm talking about, when you take pizza, it's highly saturated, very, very saturated. And the saturated fat is not good because that one tends to feed the bad cholesterol. Okay, so eating pizza often more than the necessary, you tend to be feeding the bad cholesterol. And once you are feeding that one, it's also increasing in the blood and which can lead to a lot of heart problem. Okay. Number two here, pork. Pork meat, sorry, pig meat rather, okay, is highly saturated. When you take pork, you see that the fat there is highly saturated. So when you tend to eat it abundantly, when you eat it more than necessary, you tend to feed the bad cholesterol because that one is highly saturated. You take sausage in the list, it's also highly saturated. You are feeding the bad cholesterol. Okay? Goat meat, which is known as chivon, is highly saturated. You have to mention some few. These are some of the things, especially this processed food and fried food and some of this fatty food. Chicken, the skin of the chicken is also what? Highly saturated. You can see chicken is not bad, but the skin of it, that skin there, is highly saturated fat. Okay? When you take egg, the yolk of the egg, the yolk, that yellow round thing, is highly saturated. So you can see these are some of the things. So when you tend to eat them more, then you'll be feeding the bad cholesterol while serving the good one. And don't forget, it's the good one that will clear the bad one. But now that is weak because you are feeding the bad one without feeding the good one. So it cannot do its job. So that's why one will go, especially those who put on weight and all this. So they will check your system and tell you that your cholesterol level has increased. Okay, good. So what are some of the diet one will eat that will also support the HDL, which is known as good cholesterol? So I'm to list them here. Listen to some of the diet, because any monounsaturated fat or unsaturated fat or polysaturated fat, they are all good. Okay, but anything saturated is not good for your health. Anything that is highly saturated is not good for your health. So this idea, some of the food or some of the diet or meat, fruit that you consume that tend to feed the ADL so that it will do its work and clear the bad cholesterol. Number one here, avocado. Avocado is a fruit, very good for your cholesterol level. It also contains fiber, and we all know fiber helps in lowering your cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. Okay. Number three here, number two, dark chocolate. It contains antioxidant, which is good to fight radicals. Okay. We have banana. Banana is good. When we come to food aspect, we have whole grain, oat, oatmeal, we have wheat, legume like let me say soybeans, green beans. These are some of the diet. If you consume, then you tend to be feeding the ADL, because those things that I've listed here, they are all good in what? Monounsaturated fat. Okay, and these are the fat that will support the ADL. But if you eat some of the diet that are highly saturated, then you tend to be feeding the what? The bad cholesterol. Okay. So you see the myth or the misconception people have towards cholesterol. So when you hear cholesterol, you only think that it's a disease. But not knowing the diet we eat actually lead that to what? To a lot of this health problem. Cholesterol in the body was meant for good thing. Okay. If only we go by good diet, or if only we tend to what? To turn away or to ignore or to take our health seriously and eat things that will help this body, then we will live and live a healthy life. Okay. So as I said earlier, follow me for more health tips. Okay. I hope you've learned something today. Follow me for more health tips so that you will not be missing out. Okay. Bye.